a granny square bag. If you have 5 granny squares just hanging out, I could show you how to put them together and make yourself a bag. Let's get started on the tutorial. Okay, so I have 5 granny squares all done with 11 rounds of the granny stitch, and I am going to go ahead and make a bag with it. So what we're going to do, this is one side. Here we go. Actually, this is going to be the bottom. So we do like so, okay? Now, if you wanted to, you could stitch right here, stitch right here, stitch right here, stitch right here, and bring it up. I want to put a border around these, so I'm going to crochet black around each one of these squares, one row. Okay, so I'm going to do that. I'll come back and show you when it's done, and then we'll put it together and see how the bag looks. And we'll finish it so that you can go ahead and do that as well. So let me go ahead and put a border on here of black around each one, and then we'll go from there. All right, I'll see you back in just a minute. Okay, so I have put borders on each one of these granny squares, and now I'm going to go ahead and stitch them together. So I'll stitch this here, I will stitch this here, I will stitch that there and that there. And then once I do, I will bring it up and then stitch each side. So let's go ahead and start stitching. So if you need to know how to stitch, I usually just do a regular stitch here. I just go through the V of each side. Sorry, I'm using black yarn, so it's hard to see. And then I just pull it through like this. And I go through each one of those stitches like so, just to make sure that it is nice and stitched in. And I do that all the way down. Okay, so now this end is done, and we're going to go ahead and stitch on this one. So we turn it like this, and we're going to stitch this one right into here, just like so. Okay? Okay, so now we did this one, we did this one, we did this one. Now we're going to go ahead and connect this one, and we're going to connect it right here, just like so. All right. And we just repeat the process over and over again until we have all the sides that are done, and then we'll connect them in the other direction. See, just like that, very seamless, very nice and neat. So then you just cut your ends off here, and then we'll do the last one. Okay, and now we're going to connect the last one, so we do the same thing. We just make sure the end is at the end here, start, and then continue on down. Very simple. And we'll have a purse in no time. Okay, so now that all the shapes are done, or all of them are connected actually, what we're going to do is you bring this up, and then we connect them like this. Okay, so I'm going to go ahead and connect mine like so. So I just come here and connect it right here, and I'll be right back. Okay, so we connected this here like so, and now we go ahead and we connect these two. Okay, so each one of the 4s we're going to connect. So it's just bringing it together. So we'll connect these 2 next. Okay, so let's go ahead and connect this 2. Okay, so all the sides are connected now. And so what do we do now, right? Because it looks like a bag, but it's kind of floppy and weird. So what I'm going to do is I am going to gather my yarn, and I'm going to go ahead and start in one side and go all the way around and kind of just make it one cohesive bag. So I'll go all the way around until I get to the desired length that I want. So here we go. So we're just going through. And right here when you get to this area here, and you're like, okay, well, what do I do? What should I do? I'm just going to chain 1, and I'm going to go into this one here. Okay? I'm just going to do that. And I'm going to go ahead and put the 3 double crochets right there. And then we're just going to keep going. Okay, so turn here. And we just keep going, just like that. And you can go up as much as you want. I'm probably going to go up 2 rounds, and then I plan to make my my strap after the 2nd round. So I will go 2 rounds all the way around, and then I will meet you back here when we're going to make the strap, and I'll show you how to do that. Okay. And you see, that's what it's gonna look like. And so we'll go all the way around. Okay, so I just finished the edges, and you can see here, see how they come out like so. So what I'm gonna do now is I need to make the handle, okay? And so I'm going to get my stitch markers as soon as I can find them. I rearranged my desk, so I need to locate my stitch markers. Oh, here they are, okay. All right, so I'm going to count and make it even. I'm gonna do 3. Okay, so I mark it here. So 1, 2, 3, go here. And then now what I'm gonna do is I'm going to do a single crochet up until right here. Once I get to right here, I'm gonna chain up. And you're gonna chain up however long you want your strap to be. So I'm gonna start off with about 30, and we'll see how that goes. But I think it's gonna be significantly more. So I'm thinking maybe 60, but I'm gonna go, you know, just try it as I go. So I suggest you do the same, but I'll let you know how many I do as soon as I do it. Okay, so I'm starting it with a single crochet, and as soon as I can get my, there we go. Okay, so I just come through here and do a single crochet all across here. Okay, now right here, I'm gonna do it right in this spot here still, and then I'm gonna start to go up. Okay, so we're gonna do 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 22, 23, 24, 25, 26, 27, 28, 29, 30. That is way too short, so let's go to 60. Because once we connect it here, it's just going to be like that. We want it bigger than that. So let's go to 90. So we got 60. So that to me seems like a decent, good strap. So there you go, 90. So what we do now is we get it here, take off our stitch marker. Well, you can leave it because you want to make sure that you're in the right spot the whole time. Just go right here, slip stitch it right in there. Okay, and then now just go through and do your single crochets all the way back. Now what you're going to do is when you get, okay, and so we're just going to do the single crochet, and we're going to go all the way around this time, okay? So we're going to go all the way around, and then on the back end, we're going to do the same thing. So we got to find the stitch markers and mark the stitches, and you can do it now if you want to make sure that you don't miss it, but let's see. So right here is the end. So 1, 2, and 3, we put it right here. All of the granny squares are exactly the same, so we don't have to worry that 1, 2, 3, that they're going to be, it's going to be uneven because they're all the same. So that's stitch marked on that side. So when we get to that side, we know to go up 90 to make that handle. All right, so I will meet you back here when I am done making that side of the handle, and then when we go back around, because what you're going to do is you're going to keep going around until you get the thickness you want on your handle. So as we go through and we come back, this is going to get thick, right? We're going to do another stitch in there, and then we're going to go back around and do another stitch. So if you want it to be like a thick, maybe an inch thick, you'll go around probably 3 times, and you'll just keep doing that until you get to the desired length you want on your strap. Okay. So once you get all the way around, just make sure that you end the round by slip stitching it to where you started the first round. Otherwise, you're just going to keep going and you're not going to have an end. So you want to make sure that you slip stitch it, chain up, and if you have to put a stitch marker there, put a stitch marker there. That way you know that this is where your end is, and that way you can chain up and move on. Otherwise, you're just going to keep going and it's not going to look right. So just make sure that you do that, okay? And now we're coming up on the other strap, and so what we're going to do is, like I said, we're just going to single crochet all the way up the strap. So what we'll do is, and that's the here, and it's you want, and you stop, go. But anyway, this is you. All right, so here, and then okay, here is the final product. This is what it looks like. What do we think? I like it. I think it's cute. It's very big. You could fit everything that you possibly need into it. So it's a really good idea to do with granny squares. So again, if you like this tutorial, please just drop a comment. Let me know that you like the tutorial. I'll keep making them. I appreciate all of you guys so much. And yeah, so hit me up in the DMs if you want one. All right. Y'all have a good day.